An expedition force of 35 men fully armed is being sent to Kalaupapa. A small Krupp howitzer will be taken, and shells will be used if necessary to dislodge the lepers. It is the intention of the government to clean out every leper from the valley, either dead or alive.
The sheriff of Waimea, Louis Stoltz, was instantly killed on the 27th by 2 rifle shots from the hands of lepers whom he was seeking to arrest. Their leader, Ko'olau, seems to be a desperado of violent character.
Ko'olau, the murderer, refused to come in and said he would fight, and if cornered would kill his wife, Peilani, and his child, and then himself.
I affirm to the world that this is the correct, true, and one and only story of my beloved husband, Ko'olau. The order came that all the lepers must be removed. My husband, Ko'olau, asked Sheriff Louis, "Will my wife be allowed to go with me to Kalawao?" Louis refused, saying, "No, you and all those who have the sickness will be taken, no one else." My husband replied, "We swore by the holy book to live together, in sickness and in health, until death should part us. And now, the power of the government wants to make the oath before Almighty God as nothing." When it began to darken that evening, we squatted near this rock, watching and listening constantly. A gun was heard being cocked. My husband protected me by putting me behind him, and with a flash of powder his gun was fired. I saw Louis kneeling, holding the gun. Paua shouted, "He's going to shoot!" And this was the moment my husband fired the second bullet, and Louis died. My husband turned to me and said, "If I had been slow, I would have died before the haole." And I replied, "That is the truth." These actions of their coming with a great army and rifles and cannons to shoot and kill my husband, who was alone, these were deeds shameful before the powerful governments of the world.
I'm sorry to state that 3 of my men have lost their lives.
Due to the losses of these 3 men, and there being no prospect of capturing Ko'olau, the squad of soldiers was ordered back to Honolulu. Ko'olau was never captured or seen again outside of the valley.
Leprosy was unique because it not only affected a large number of Hawaiians in those early years, but it was a disease that was easily detected. And because it was infectious, thought to be erroneously highly infectious, of course our people who were affected were separated from the rest of the population. And since we Native people are people of Ohana, family people, it contributed to the disruption of our own culture, which is based on the Ohana. But it was something that was so abhorrent that we weren't permitted to talk about it. And so it's only now that we are able to talk about it and need to talk about it.
Once you have leprosy already, you were outcast. You had that stigma, So I made up my mind. I said, well, I have to really join into this community.